gentlemen, Hal Roach presents for your entertainment and approval his Rascals in their latest Our Gang comedy. We thank you.
Jackie Cooper, who was the hunchback of Notre Dame.
Lon Chaney. Come on, fellas.
I'm going to punish the next child severely that gives me a foolish answer. Farina, what was Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address?
1644 South Main Street.
Oh!
Not many of us have been cowboys, detectives, or war heroes, but all of us have been kids, and that, more than any other factor, may explain the enduring popularity of the Little Rascals, originally known as Our Gang. Each of us was part of our own gang, those special childhood friends who shared our youth. A golden time when life seemed to stretch out endlessly before us, and each day brought a new adventure. It was the genius of the Our Gang creator, Hal Roach, who captured that very special time in our lives, and in casting his Rascals to find just the right mix of kids that seemed to be just like us. Roach first did this over 70 years ago, and it continued for over 200 episodes. Although the last episode was filmed in 1944, theatrical revivals, television, and home video have kept the gang alive all over the world. Their timeless popularity only proves that no matter how different we all may become as adults, all of us were once Little Rascals ourselves. So, let's take a look back at how it all got started and follow the gang through the years. Although time won't permit telling you about all of them, we'll show you what happened to many of the most popular members of our gang. You may be surprised, but just like in real life, there are many stories of happiness and a few of tragedy. It all began with Hal Roach, who was born in 1892 in Elmira, New York. As a young man, he led an exciting life, which included mule skinning and gold prospecting in Alaska. By 1912, Roach found himself in Hollywood working at Universal Pictures, where he appeared as a bit player in many films, including Samson and Delilah. Later, Roach moved on to work as a director and producer. One of Roach's early friends was film actor Harold Lloyd. In 1915, Roach inherited $3,000 and started his own production company. He hired his friend Lloyd to star in a series of comedy shorts. The venture failed, and Lloyd went over to Mack Sennett's Keystone Studios, while Roach went to Essanay Studios as a director. But Roach would not give up on his idea and convinced Pathé to distribute the films. He formed the Roland Film Company and once again teamed with his friend Harold Lloyd. With Roach directing and shaping his comedy style, Harold Lloyd became a huge star. By 1919, Roach had built his own studio, gathering talented actors like Stan Laurel and Snub Pollard, along with a production staff that included George Stevens, Bob McGowan, Leo McCarey, and Hal Yates. Along with his stars, Roach also started producing films with ensemble-style groups, like the Dippity-Doo-Dads series, which featured animals. As far as featuring kids, Fox Studios had already produced a series called Sunshine Kitties, based on famous children's stories. The series had ended production in 1917. But it was Roach's idea of using plain kids in backyard adventures that would become such an enduring favorite, often imitated, as we will see later on, but never duplicated. The first two-reeler was released on November 5th, 1922, and was titled Our Gang. From that time on, the films became known as Our Gang comedies, featuring Hal Roach's Rascals. Members of the original Our Gang were Ernie, Sunshine Sammy Morrison, Jackie Condon, Peggy Cartwright, Mary Cornman, and Monty O'Grady. The Champeen was the ninth in the Our Gang series. Released early in 1923, it has all the basic characteristics that would be found in all future Our Gang films. Roach's concept for his Rascals came about after he had watched a group of kids in a lumber yard across from his studio office. He said, they had picked up these sticks of lumber and began arguing over them. Now this amused me. The littlest kid claimed the biggest stick and the oldest kid wanted it. I knew they would probably throw away the sticks as soon as they walked around the block, but the most important thing in the world right then was who would have which stick. All of a sudden I realized I had been watching this silly argument for over 15 minutes because they were real kids. The Champeen features Our Gang's senior member, Sunshine Sammy Morrison, who decided he can make money as a fight promoter when two of the other gang members are fighting for the affections of Mary Cornman. Ernie Sunshine Sammy Morrison was born in New Orleans in 1912. Morrison was already a veteran of films when he was signed by Roach in 1919. It was the first long-term contract ever given to a black performer. Roach signed Morrison to appear in a number of shorts, and after renewing his contract in 1921, had slated him to star in his own comedy series, The Pickaninny. After one release in 1921, the series failed to catch on. Later, Roach cast him as an original Our Gang member. Morrison appeared in 28 Our Gang films. After leaving Hollywood for a time, Morrison returned in 1940 and soon signed on to the Monogram East Side Kids series. His character's name was Scruno, and he stayed with the group for 3 years, including this appearance with Bela Lugosi in Ghost on the Loose.
Oh, shit! What's that? Well, maybe a termite bit him.
No matter, the altitude too much for you?
No. That picture up there, he's alive.
Who's alive?
Him, up there. Please believe me. There was a him a minute ago.
You're seeing things.
Seeing things? Man, I heard him growl.
In 1987, Morrison was inducted into the Black Filmmakers Hall of Fame. Sunshine Sammy Morrison passed away in 1989. Another original gang member appearing in the Champeen was Jackie Condon. Condon appeared in 78 Our Gang films over 7 years. After leaving the series, he never really returned full-time to films and became a successful accountant. Condon died in 1977. The 1923 release, Giants vs. Yanks, featured one of the gang's earliest additions, Mickey Daniels. Daniels made his first Our Gang appearance in the series' second film, Young Sherlocks. In Giants vs. Yanks, Mickey is being forced by his mother to help with the wash, but he is anxious to return to the big Sandlot baseball game, which simulated the real 1921 to 1923 World Series rivalries between the Giants and the Yankees. In the best Rascals tradition, Mickey comes up with a unique way of getting out of his chores. Daniels appeared in 49 Our Gang films, not counting his later 3 cameo appearances. Later in the 1940s, Daniels dropped out of films. After World War II, he worked in the construction industry. Later, he became a cab driver, and he passed away in 1970. Sadly, his death went unnoticed by the press, and his remains were left unclaimed for many years. By the 1923 release, Dogs of War, another early gang member was contributing to the general hilarity. Alan Clayton Hoskins, Jr., known to all as Farina. Hoskins was born in 1920 and appeared in the second Our Gang short, Firefighters, at the tender age of 1. All in all, Hoskins appeared in 105 Our Gang films, which was more than any other gang member. His nickname of Farina was reported to have been given because a studio executive thought that Hoskins was chubby and agreeable as breakfast mush. Towards the end of his tenure with the gang, Hoskins was making $350 per week, as opposed to most of the gang who were making a mere $40 per week. It demonstrated a mark of his seniority and important contributions to the series. After leaving the gang, Hoskins appeared in films with Joe E. Brown and James Cagney. He served in the South Pacific during World War II. Returning to Hollywood after the war, he found acting jobs hard to find. He later changed careers and became a respected psychological technician and supervisor of adult workshop programs for the mentally retarded. In 1975, he was inducted into the Black Filmmakers Hall of Fame. Hoskins died in 1980. Recalling his Our Gang days, Hoskins once said, "We all related to each other as a bunch of kids. The message, I think, was that we were all just people." The 1924 release, Sundown Limited, highlighted another early Our Gang member, Joe Cobb. In the film, Mickey Daniels and Joe are seen causing havoc in a railroad yard. Mickey assures Joe that running a train is a cinch. Of course, in true Our Gang fashion, things go a little awry. Cobb was born in 1917 and appeared in 86 Our Gang films. After leaving the series, Cobb returned to the studio in 1936 to act as a host of many Our Gang publicity tours. Cobb worked in the defense industry during the Second World War and later in private industry until his retirement. Cobb once recalled, "At Roach, it was a small but happy studio. We had a lot of funny people. You always went to work with a good feeling. It was a wonderful place." The 1926 release, Shivering Spooks, is a prime example of Our Gang director Bob McGowan's expert touch. His fast pacing and comic eye were an important factor in Our Gang's success. McGowan was born in 1882 in Denver. As a young man, McGowan became fascinated with filmmaking. He even had a small share in a Nickelodeon. Arriving in Hollywood in 1913, he began his career as a prop man. Within a short time, he was selling scripts to Universal, and he eventually began to direct comedies. It was McGowan's friend, comic star Charlie Chase, who recommended McGowan to Hal Roach. McGowan's legendary love of children and special, gentle touch proved to be the perfect match for Our Gang. McGowan died in 1955, but his contribution to Our Gang is as important as any of its on-screen members. In an effort to upgrade the Our Gang films, budgets, and theater distribution, Roach changed distributors from Pathé to MGM in 1927. The first MGM Our Gang two-reeler was Yale versus Harvard. Also, by 1927, Our Gang had become so popular that other studios couldn't resist copying the format. One of the most popular was the Mickey Maguire series, which began in 1927 and continued on into the talkies, ending its run in 1933. The film starred Mickey Rooney as Mickey Maguire. The films were based on a popular comic strip called Toonerville Folks. The appeal of the films was Mickey Rooney, who, according to reports, had originally come to Hollywood to audition for Our Gang. Roach was quoted as saying later on, "I remember the kid. We could have had him, but I didn't think he'd fit into the gang." While Mickey Rooney's series of 1927 was the first real challenge to Our Gang, another more permanent change was also taking place that same year: sound. The premiere of Al Jolson's The Jazz Singer set off shockwaves that would change the face of movie making, and Our Gang would be no exception. Small Talk, released in 1929 by Roach and MGM, was the first all-talking Our Gang. With typical Hollywood ballyhoo, the ad shouted, "The marvel of the age, pictures that talk like living people. See and hear Our Gang." The advent of sound also hastened the departure of some Our Gang members and the addition of new ones. One of the most notable additions was Jackie Cooper. In the 1930 release, The First 7 Years, young Jackie is trying to romance Mary Ann Jackson. Unfortunately, Jackie decides to get his advice from Kennedy the cop, played by Edgar Kennedy.
What's the matter, Jackie? You're looking all blue.
I am, Mr. Kennedy. Gee, I wish I had a wife.
A wife?
Yeah, all the kids has got one.
Oh, is that so?
Say, Mr. Kennedy, how does fellas get girls anyhow?
I tell you, Jack, you've got to be a caveman.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, a caveman is a big, rough, tough guy.
Yeah?
He sees the woman that he wants, and he goes out and he grabs her.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I get you, Mr. Kennedy.
that's the idea.
I'm a caveman and you're my woman. Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Jackie Cooper was born John Cooperman Jr. in California in 1922. He appeared in 15 Our Gang comedies over a 2-year period. Before joining Our Gang, Cooper, at age 3, had already begun acting as an extra. Roach saw Cooper and quickly signed him to a 2-year contract in 1929. Cooper left Our Gang in 1931 to star in the Paramount feature Skippy. Cooper received an Academy Award nomination for the role, as did his uncle Norman Turog for directing the film, the first of Cooper's more than 50 feature films. Later that year, Cooper would triumph again when he teamed with Wallace Beery in the classic tearjerker, The Champ.
Oh, what do we care? Oh! Come on, don't get your chin down there. Come on.
Well, then you ain't married to the champ anymore. Well, then I guess you're not my mother.
No. You're going to go to your mother's. I'm not going to have any sniffling around. You're going to stay with her, and I'm not going to have any more back talk from you now, that's all.
No, sir, champ, I ain't gonna go. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna go. I'm telling you,
You're You're going to go.
Please,
You're
Jim,
going to your mother's
I
now.
don't. Oh, I don't. I want to stay with you, please.
You're not going to. You're going to your mother's,
I
Dick.
want to stay with
No,
you.
no.
Cooper became a national sensation. More films followed, like Peck's Bad Boy and the 1935 Dinky.
I still got that medal you gave me that you won in target practice. Have you? Uh-huh. I keep it right here next to here in my pocket. Oh, swell. I didn't know whether you still had it or not.
Cooper quickly became part of the Hollywood elite and was linked romantically with Judy Garland. He also enjoyed the friendships of older stars like Harpo and Groucho Marx.
Okay, Harpo, Groucho, you boys know the rules. No cutting in on curves or overspeeding. So, are you ready?
Hollywood was more fun in the 30s. If Carol Lombard wanted to start a race between Jackie Cooper and the Marx Brothers, no one complained if the studio streets became a speedway. Although Harpo is declared the winner, Charles Lawton looks a little confused in the role of flagman.
It was a great fight, Harpo, and I'm glad you won. Well, no,
In 1941, he appeared with Judy Garland in Ziegfeld Girl. Cooper served in the Navy during World War II. After the war, he continued a successful film and stage career. When television arrived, Cooper appeared in many live dramas, and in 1955, Cooper began to direct and star in the popular TV series The People's Choice.
Hi, Dorothy Dix.
What do you think of a husband who tells his 4-month-old wife not to meddle in his business?
You told her that?
Well, you told me to, didn't you?
Did you?
I think Cleo needs to be walked.
He can walk me twice tomorrow.
Cooper followed with another series, Hennessy, which premiered in 1959 and ran for 3 years.
Would you like me to call her back, Doctor?
Oh, no. I'm in no condition to cope with her vitality. Now, where were we?
You were yawning.
Cooper later went on to become a production executive at Screen Gems and even won an Emmy for directing an episode of MASH. In 1978, he played Daily Planet editor Perry White in the feature film Superman, and he continued the role in sequels. He published a best-selling autobiography in 1981. Cooper once recalled what it was like as a new Our Gang member. I wanted to be friendly with the other kids, but it was impossible. They all had mothers who guarded them. I was the new kid, and I got bigger scenes than the others. I got crying scenes, which were more important.
Well, me and her are going to get married someday. I'm going to punch your head. Hey, I'm going to knock your block off.
Another cast member seen in the first 7 years was Pete the dog. Jackie Cooper once wrote of Pete, "The dog in the Our Gang shorts impressed me more than the kids did. I love that dog." Who didn't? Actually, the first dog to appear in Our Gang films was a bulldog named Pal. As the story goes, Pal had a son named Pete who began appearing in films, including the Buster Brown series where he played Ty. The role called for a ring to be painted around the dog's eye. After looking at many dogs for Our Gang, Roach decided Pete was his dog. All they needed to do was to get that ring off his eye. Roach was informed that the ring had been applied with a permanent dye and could not be removed. Roach recalled later saying, "What the hell, leave it on." And he signed the dog to a 3-year contract in 1927. The contract also stipulated that the trainer who supplied Pete also breed new dogs to take his place. Over the years, many dogs have taken on the coveted role of Pete, which may also explain why the famous ring was seen on different eyes during the series run. As for the original Pete, it was reported he had passed away in 1930.
The closing act is Pete, the famous Our Gang movie dog. Pete is about to be initiated a member of the Seidel Club.
In 1931, another challenge to Our Gang's popularity was launched with a series called Baby Burlesques. Unlike Our Gang, the films featured kids acting out adult parts wearing a strange combination of adult clothing with baby diapers. One of the stars of the series was Shirley Temple. To this day, there is a controversy as to whether Temple was turned down by Our Gang before appearing in Baby Burlesques. According to Roach's memory, Temple's mother had brought her in 5 or 6 times, but she never got beyond the front door. It was thought the casting director didn't think she had anything to offer the gang. But both Shirley Temple and her mother claim it never happened. In recent years, it has been reported that Temple's mother again approached the studio while Shirley was appearing in the Baby Burlesque series. Unhappy with the films, she offered Shirley to Our Gang, but she also demanded star billing. According to reports, Bob McGowan himself turned down the offer. Other ill-fated attempts to copy the Our Gang success were films featuring the Cabin Kids, a popular black singing group of the 30s.
Years have come and years have gone. Cabins travel west. Still I hear that lullaby singing me through.
And Kitty Caper comedies, featuring midget Billy Barty, who also appeared in the Mickey McGuire series. One thing was for sure. Whatever the magic chemistry Roach had created for Our Gang, it could not be duplicated even by the likes of Hollywood immortals Mickey Rooney or Shirley Temple. In the 1930 release, Bear Shooters, the gang's big hunting trip is in danger of being canceled when Spud may have to stay home and watch his baby brother, Bobby Wheezer Hutchins.
Hi, fellas. Come on, get your mule. Let's get going. I guess I can't go. How come? I gotta stay home and grease Weezer. Gee, that's tough. Can we take your mule? No, you can't take my mule. If I don't go camping, my mule don't go camping. Heck, just our luck. I got it. Let's take the mule. Spud won't care much. That's a good idea. Come on, I'll darn it. Come on. So, you're trying to swipe my mule, eh? No, we ain't gonna swipe it. We just gonna use it for a little while.
Hutchins was born in 1925, and after appearing in the Buster Brown series, came over to Our Gang at the tender age of 2. All in all, he appeared in 58 films over a 6-year period. He reportedly got his nickname of Weezer because he was so excited his first day on the set of Our Gang, he began running around making a wheezing sound with his breath. After leaving Our Gang in 1933, his family moved to Tacoma, Washington. In 1943, Hutchins joined the Army Air Corps. Later, in 1945, he became an air cadet. Hutchins was killed later that year in a training mission when his plane collided in midair with another plane over a base in California. The 1931 release, School's Out, has young Jackie Cooper desperately in love with his teacher, Miss Crabtree. When Jackie finds out that Miss Crabtree may be getting married, he enlists the gang to help discourage her.
Ain't you guys gonna sign this partition? Well, I was just thinking, how can we go fishing if we gotta go to school all summer? Hey, don't forget that watermelon patch. Them watermelons ain't gonna wait. You said it, Bud. I can taste them watermelons in my mouth right now. Well, maybe it wasn't such a hard idea after all. Say, what was the idea of this idea anyhow? Well, you see, I was afraid we were going to lose Miss Crabtree during our vacation. Oh. You know, she might get married. Women do that every once in a while. My ma did. My mammy married 3 times in a row. It's a habit with her. She might get a chicken bone in her throat or something. Be much worse if she kicked the bucket and curled up her toes and died.
Miss Crabtree, who had been introduced in the gang's previous film, Teacher's Pet, was played by actress June Marlowe, born Gisela Goten in 1903. Marlowe was a natural brunette, but Roach suggested she wear a wig to match Jackie Cooper's blonde hair. Originally signed with Warner Brothers, where she was promoted as the most beautiful girl on the screen. Later, after Warner's did not renew her contract, she traveled to Germany, where she lived for a time. After returning to the United States, she found her way to Our Gang. In 1933, she married Rodney Sprigg, a friend of Bob McGowan, and pretty much retired from the business. One of June's brothers, Louis, became a director at MGM and Warner's. And after a happy married life of 49 years, June Marlowe died in 1984 at the age of 80. Riding along with Miss Crabtree was another gang favorite, Norman Myers Cheney, known to all as Chubby.
Hi, Mary. Why, Chubby, I thought it was your turn to sit beside me today.
I don't feel like sitting down. I'll ride on the running board if you don't mind.
Oh, did your daddy tan you again?
I'll say he did. Fluently.
All right, climb on. Everybody here?
Chubby appeared in 18 Our Gang films over a 2-year period. After Hal Roach had decided that Joe Cobb was getting a little too old for the gang, a national search was started in 1928 for his replacement. Reportedly, Cheney won out over 20,000 contestants. When he was told he won, he exclaimed, "Mister, are you kidding? I won just because I'm fat?" But in the end, it was Chubby's weight that would also spell disaster. Having grown too old and too heavy for the gang, he was dropped from the series. After reportedly appearing in a few rival Mickey McGuire films, he left Hollywood. He continued to gain weight, and by 1935, he weighed over 300 pounds. Medical complications set in, and in 1936, at the age of just 18, Norman Chubby Cheney died. Later in School's Out, the gang had been sold some questionable answers to Miss Crabtree's daily quiz. First up was Chubby.
Chubby Cheney. Who was Nathan Hale?
Nathan Hale was an American patriot.
That's right. In what manner did he give his life for his country?
He was hanged.
No, he was hanged.
Oh, hanged.
Farina, what were his last words before they hanged him?
He said, brother, there's certainly going to be a lesson to me.
Donald Haynes. Where is Washington?
First in war, first in peace, and third in the American League.
Douglas Greer. What was Abraham Lincoln's mother's name?
Mrs. Lincoln.
Are you children trying to be funny? Buddy O'Donnell. On Paul Revere's night ride, what did he say as he stopped his horse in front of the Colonial Homes?
He said, whoa!
Somebody's in for a real trouncing. Bobby Mallon. What was Nero doing while Rome burned?
Well, I don't know, but I think he should have been hauling water to the fire.
Jackie Cooper. Who was the hunchback of Notre Dame?
Lon Chaney.
What is this? Mary Ann Jackson. What famous words did Washington utter as he crossed the Delaware?
Boop, boop, ba-doop. Boop, boop, ba-doop.
I'm going to punish the next child severely that gives me a foolish answer. Farina. What was Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address?
1644 South Main Street.
Oh!
Along with many Hollywood stars from all the studios, the entire Our Gang bunch made a guest appearance in the 1931 short, The Stolen Jewels, which was produced as a fundraiser for the Variety Artist Tuberculosis Sanatorium. The gang is seen with Roach studio mates Laurel and Hardy.
Hey, Sherlock. You hear about the jewel robbery at the ball last night?
Oh, go on away. I'm writing one of them there scenarios.
Yeah, now, just a minute, you great big flat-footed cop. You better listen to me.
Somebody stole Norma Scher's jewels.
Well, what of it?
They stole them from us.
Why, the dirty crooks.
Inspector Kane speaking. What? I'll get right over with two of my best men.
Come on, go home. Go home. Did you hear me? I said go home. You can't sit around here dirtying this place up eating ice cream. Miss Shear won't like it.
Well, Miss Shear, she bought it for us.
Oh, well, of course, that's different. You sweet little dears.
Hey, the cops!
Thank you, boys. Where'll you be when I need you?
Right here.
Okay.
I told you not to make that last payment.
Steps approached the cabin.
The 1931 release, Fly My Kite, begins with Grandma reading the gang an exciting cowboy story.
Fingers were seen groping through the opening. The wind shrieked, the rain fell, the thunder rumbled, and the bones rattled.
What do you mean the bones rattle? My pappy got pink for shooting crap.
Matthew Stymie Beard, who had recently joined the gang for the 1930 release Teacher's Pet, quickly became one of our gang's best-loved characters. He appeared in over 30 films during a 5-year period. He was born in 1925. When Roach had decided to find a replacement for Farina, hundreds of young black children were tested. According to published reports, when the 5-year-old Stymie walked on the stage and just looked around, director Bob McGowan shouted, "That's who I want. Sign him up for 5 years." Stymie claimed he got the idea for his derby hat from Stan Laurel, whom he used to follow around the lot. After leaving the gang, he returned to school in Los Angeles, but worked freelance, appearing in almost 20 films like Stormy Weather, Captain Blood, and Jezebel. Stymie had trouble adjusting to life without Our Gang, and as a teenager began a long period of drug addiction. In the 1960s, he finally was able to kick the habit and began appearing in films and television programs. By the time he died in 1981, he had regained the respect and admiration of everyone who loved and cherished his years with Our Gang. The premise of Fly My Kite is that Grandma's son-in-law wants to take away her house and send her to the old age home. He steals a letter in which Grandma is advised she owns bonds worth a fortune. Unaware of the bonds' potential worth, Grandma has given the gang the bonds to use as a tail for their kite.
Grandma, that man didn't tell you no lie. That man said those bombs would go off. Look at him flying around like an eagle.
Oh, Hi, children, quick, all of you. Farina, go over there behind the bed. Go on, way up. Get him. Dan, my glasses. Look what you've done.
Oh, ain't that too bad? And here's a letter from the Imperial Steel Company for you.
From Imperial Steel Company for me? You have to read it to me, Dan. Read it quick.
All right. Mrs. Margaret Mann. The Imperial Steel Company have gone out of business. The bonds you hold are worthless.
They're wrong, Dan. The bonds are not worthless. And they've gone up.
Well, what do you mean the bonds have gone up?
You see that kite? The bonds are on the tail of that kite.
The bonds are on that kite?
She's up 1,000 feet, ain't she, Chubby? What do you mean? It's tree's up over 500 feet.
Hey, give me this kite. Go on.
Hey, what's your big idea? Get in my
Come
kite.
on, get away from me.
Hey, Granny,
What is it, darling?
look how big your letters go.
Children, darling, Chubby, won't you?
Get away, Chubby. Hey, you kids there, I'm gonna knock you. Hey, Willie. Oh, put that out, you kids down there. Oh!
Quick, somebody get a saw.
Hey, you kids down. Cut. Hey, you kids, now cut it out. Now come here.
Fly My Kite also marked the final appearance of 3 gang members, Farina Hoskins, Norman Chubby Cheney, and also of Mary Ann Jackson, who had appeared in 32 Our Gang films over 3 years.
Get that kite.
Oh, never mind about the bones. Are you children all right? Where's Timmy? Where's Timmy?
He's all right, Grandma. I got him by the hand.
By the beginning of the 1930s, many of the original and early Our Gang members were gone from the series. In 1952, some of the old cast and crew were reunited for the TV show You Asked For It, hosted by Art Baker.
Long ago, I used to take my children to any theater that advertised an Our Gang comedy with those cute kids, Fatty and Freckles and Johnny and Farina and all the others. But it seems like 25 years ago. Could that be possible? I am curious to see what they look like now. Sincerely, Mrs. Irma McCann. Well, all right, Mrs. McCann, yes, it was 25 years ago. And back in those days when the screen flashed on an Our Gang comedy, there was the whistling and stamping of feet and shouting and clapping, as with our popular things today, believe me. And so I think I can brush up your memory very quickly if you look over these pictures, will you? There they are in a very peaceful pose there. As cops. And look at the big ears on the donkey there. You remember now? There they are, belligerent, fisticuffs, I think they call it in polite society. And there they are, grouped on a wagon there. I think I'll go right over their names for you from left to right. Jackie Condon, Joe Cobb is Fatty, Mary Cornman, Mickey Daniel, Johnny Downs, and Farina Allen Hoskins. That is how they looked 25 years ago, my friend. Here is how they look today. The gang's all here.
Yes,
and I'm starting at this end instead of the other end. And this is Farina. I always thought you were a little girl.
Oh, well...
You had pigtails in your hat. Where's the pigtail gone?
kind of went.
A little different there. Yeah. You in theatrical work at all now, are you?
Well, not now. I was for a while, but about 4 years ago, I decided I'd like to eat regular.
Eat regular. You got married, too, I'll bet you.
Yeah, I got a little boy now.
Oh, that's swell. We're all they got the same twinkle in your eye. Right next here is little Johnny.
Hi,
Johnny
Art.
Downs.
Good to see you.
I don't have to ask Johnny Downs if he's in theatrical work because we see him on films that are probably 12 or 13 years old in television. Not only that, but he had New York plays to his credit and also is emceeing his own TV show starting this last week.
Gee, yeah, I had a big thrill today, Art. My wife and all 4 little kids came on the show with me.
4 youngsters you have.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, congratulations to you. I heard some awful nice things about you. And here's Freckles. What happened to the Freckles, huh?
They vanished.
They vanished, they really did. What a big boy you grew up to be, brother. Still a kind of a tough nut. Did you have trouble with this guy back in the day?
Oh, he's all right.
Could you take him down, make him your size, huh?
He's all right.
And here is Fatty.
Hello, Art.
Fatty,
glad to see you.
Have you lost much weight, if I may be so polite
Well,
as to ask?
I don't know, Art.
Well,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. The camera angle from the side, we'll have to look you over there,
All right,
Fatty,
all right.
believe me on that.
Okay.
You in theatrical work at all?
No, I'm not.
Well, they tell me that you're in defense work on the...
Yes, I am. I'm at North American Aviation in Downey, California, and I've been out there, nearly 5 years,
That's
Art.
so.
I'm in plastics.
Plastic work.
Yes, I like it awfully well,
And I
Art.
bet they like you, too.
Yes,
Fatty,
they
I'm
do.
glad to see you. And here's Jackie. Jackie,
you
the
are?
hair looks different to me.
Yes,
the hair.
I guess I outgrew it, Art, you know.
What do they call you with a hair comb?
Oh, little Jackie Connon, who used to comb his hair with an egg beater.
With an egg beater. I didn't look.
Right back here, you know.
Have you got the end to be an actor, or did
Well,
you?
yes, sir, I do. You know, you never get it out of your bud completely.
I guess not.
And recently, I've been studying with Florence Enright, who's a very fine
Oh,
coach.
yeah, studying dramatics.
Oh, yes,
You
indeed.
kind of like to get back in again, huh?
Well, I hope so.
Well, I hope so, too. And if you do, the best of luck to you. Say,
Well, thank you.
I ran the gamut here, and nothing happened to me at all, which is unusual for the gang. So being such good boys, come with me. I got a surprise for you. Come on. Hey, let me introduce tell you who these folks are. This is the teacher, Mrs. Vern Carter. Oh, you can't see them. I'm standing in front. Mrs. Carter had to teach these brats back there. Mrs. Carter, were they all right, huh? Did they give you that white hair? You have the director. Here's Bob McGowan here. Mr. McGowan had to teach him how to act. And that was quite a job, too, but you did a marvelous job with him. And here's the cameraman, Art Lloyd, who took the profile of Fatty to give him that thing and the rest of them. And it's so nice of you to join in this party. Don't you think so?
I wish I had an apple for you.
Well, I'm really glad to see you.
And
Mr. McGowan, on behalf of all of us, we certainly want to thank you for all that wonderful motion picture training you gave us as kids. Feels great.
Mr. McGowan, I think I'll ask you to do the honors, sir, will you? Get at the cake there and come on and have a piece for me.
The 1934 release, Hook and Ladder, featured 2 new gang members, George Spanky McFarlane, who had joined the series for the 1932 Free Eats, and Dickie Moore, who made his debut in Hook and Ladder. In the film, the gang has responded to a manpower shortage in the fire department.
Remember, men, we're volunteers. We don't get no pay. What's that? No pay? Now come. That's all right. Bring on them fires. Now we'll try out the automatic alarm. Ready? Okay. Let her go. Everything looks fine, Chief. She sure does. Now everybody go to bed and snore like real firemen and wait for a fire.
John Richard Dickie Moore was born in 1925. He appeared in just 8 Our Gang films during a period of about a year. But Moore's stint with Our Gang was just a short stop on a long and successful acting career of more than 70 films. Moore first appeared on the screen at the age of 11 months in the 1927 release Beloved Rogue. In 1931, Moore appeared with Marlene Dietrich in Blonde Venus. Even Hal Roach realized he was hiring an experienced actor when he signed Moore in 1932, and his weekly salary of over $200 a week was far more than almost any other Our Gang member was making. After leaving the gang, Moore began appearing in a series of Hollywood classics like the 1932 Oliver Twist.
Have you gone to work, sir?
Yes, my dear. Make them your models. Do everything they tell you. Oliver, would you like to play that funny game?
If you please, sir.
Now, see if you can take it out without my feeling it. Eh? Oh, slowly, slowly, artistically. Good boy. Good boy. Here's a shilling for you. Here it is. You'll be a great man one day. You'll live in history, Oliver.
What's history?
Twist was followed by the 1935 Little Men. In 1936, Moore was featured in The Story of Louis Pasteur.
He won't live. He won't. I know he won't. Last year it was a neighbor's child of ours, and now it's going to be...
What has that to do with you?
Save him.
In 1941, Moore played Gary Cooper's brother in Sergeant York. Moore also appeared in the 1942 release This Gun for Hire. And later that year, he starred opposite Shirley Temple in Miss Annie Rooney.
It's funny how a little thing can change a man's whole life.
In 1943, he appeared in The Song of Bernadette. Moore served as a reporter for Stars and Stripes during the war and attended college majoring in journalism. In later years, Moore concentrated on writing and also formed his own public relations firm. In 1984, he wrote a successful book about children's stars called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Moore has created a successful life and career where many child stars have failed. He once said, "People have a tendency to remember you as you were, and unless you're careful, you may have a tendency to remember you as you were too." It's easy to see why people would want to remember Moore as a child. He was so darn good.
Oh, gee. Now it's time for you to take some more medicine oil. Yeah. Come on, take it. No, no. He's a fine cheese. That's what I said.
If you took a poll to see who was the most popular Our Gang member, George Spanky McFarlane would almost always come out on top. Spanky literally grew up during Our Gang, appearing in 95 films over 11 years. Roach always had a chubby gang member, and in 1932, Spanky had taken over from previous heavy members like Joe Cobb and Chubby. Spanky plays a featured role in what is considered one of the funniest of all Our Gang films, the 1933 release, The Kid from Borneo. In the film, Spanky's world-hopping uncle has returned from the Far East with a sideshow featuring the wild man from Borneo. Spanky and the gang go down to meet his uncle, whom they've never actually seen. In true Our Gang fashion, the kids mistake Bumbo, the wild man, for Uncle George.
How you feeling, Uncle George? Hello, Uncle George. Hello, Uncle George. Is that your uncle? Sure. He looks like a gorilla ape to me.
Eat him up. Yum, yum, eat him up. Yum, yum, eat him up. Yum, yum, eat him up. Eat him up. Eat him up. Yum, yum, eat him up. Eat him up, eat him up. Eat him up. Yum, yum, eat him up, eat him up.
Look out, here he comes! No wild man's gonna eat me up. Are you gonna eat me up, Uncle George? I don't think I'll taste so good. Mom says I'm spoiled. How's things down in Borneo? Yeah, they're bad every place. Look.
Spanky's tremendous popularity with the public did not have the same career-changing effects as did Jackie Cooper or Dickie Moore. But he did appear in 7 films, including the 1935 feature Kentucky Colonels. In 1936, he also appeared in Trail of the Lonesome Pine. Also in 1936, Spanky had the lead role in the only Our Gang feature ever made, General Spanky. It was Roach's idea to move Our Gang into the feature category, as he had done with Laurel and Hardy. Whether it was the Civil War backdrop or a reluctance on the public's part to see the gang in another light, the disappointing box office precluded any more attempts at Our Gang features.
Now it's time little boys like you were in bed. What's going on out here? Well, if it isn't General Spanky.
Hello, General. I got to see about something very important. You sure like her a lot, don't you?
I sure do.
What else am I supposed to do? Oh, yes. Make Buckwheat take his bath.
Is that all?
And take mine, too.
Spanky also became the most heavily used gang member for a host of endorsements and merchandising campaigns. Spanky was selling everything from breakfast cereals to ice cream. And here he is in a 1937 promotional film for Speedo bikes.
Speedo bike, the perfect bike for the real little bike rider. It looks exactly like a motorcycle, has super balloon tires, coaster brake, and everything. Here's good news. Now is your chance to own one of these Speedo bikes absolutely free. Through the courtesy of this theater and the sponsor of the program, several Speedo bikes will be given away to the boys and girls who attend this theater. It's all very simple, nothing much to do or get. Have your parents and friends help you be a winner of one of these swell Speedo bikes. Watch for the dates when Speedo bikes will be given away and see the display in the theater lobby for further details. Who will be the lucky winners? The race is on. Let's go.
Spanky's personal popularity continued to grow, and in 1938, he left the Our Gang series briefly and appeared as Pee-wee with a different gang in the feature Peck's Bad Boy at the Circus.
Get away from that cage.
Here's McFarlane trading barbs with Edgar Kennedy.
You tough too?
That's my baby. That's a swell cat.
That's not a cat, that's a lion.
Oh, in the circus we call a lion a cat.
Well, what do you call a cat? A lion?
No, we call a cat a cat.
Why?
Because a lion is a cat and a cat is a lion.
Why? Well, how do you tell them apart?
Look, a lion is a cat, and a cat is a lion is a cat.
Why?
Get out of here. Go on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Chase yourself. Go on.
Broadway rhythm, it's got me a right. Broadway rhythm, it's got me a right.
But Spanky's unmatched appeal did not follow him as he began to grow up. His last Our Gang film was the 1942 Unexpected Riches. The following year, Spanky appeared in the 1943 release Johnny Doughboy. Although he didn't know it, at age 15, it would be his last movie. Later, after a short stint in the Air Force, McFarlane, short on cash, went from job to job, mostly in sales. When Our Gang underwent a revival on television, McFarlane would appear on television shows and personal appearances. But he never made the money or had the career it looked like he was originally headed for. Although he had a right to be bitter, McFarlane said, "I wouldn't take $1 million for the experience. I have no regrets. As a kid, I had everything I wanted. We had a good life. But when it was over, it was over." Maybe the problem wasn't McFarlane's. It was ours. After all, everyone has to grow up. But Spanky was so lovable and so endearing, we just didn't want to give him up. George Robert Phillips McFarlane died in 1993 at the age of 64. Spanky's timeless appeal can be seen at its best in the 1933 release, Bedtime Worries.
Baby dear, what is it? I'm scared. Just... Oh, that's only a dog. Now lie down and go to sleep. There. Daddy!
What do you want?
I want a drink of water.
Oh, all right.
I want a drink of water.
Yeah. I thought you were thirsty.
Nope, I just wanted to wet my whistle.
The 1934 release of High Neighbor marked a transition period for the gang. After a 4-month shooting break, Bob McGowan had stepped down as the series director, and veteran Roach staffer Gus Mines was assigned to the series. Wally Albright began a brief 6-film run as one of the gang's leaders opposite Spanky. In this classic poor kids against rich kids story, Wally's girlfriend, Jane, is starstruck when a new rich kid moves in and offers Jane a ride in his fire engine. Desperate for attention, Wally boasts the gang also has a fire engine. Of course, there's one hitch, they don't. But once again, in true Our Gang fashion, they decide to build one.
I wouldn't ride in that, Jane. Why not? Where's your fire fire engine. We got a great big one. The whole gang can ride in it. Oh, they haven't got any. Come on and ride with me. Wally, you get your fire engine out, and I'll ride with you when we get back. Have we really got a fire engine? No, but we'll get one. Where? How? We'll build one. I can wrap some lumber. I can find a ladder. I can get some wheels. Oh, boy, we'll show 'em. Yeah, we'll show 'em. I'll find some holes.
Volunteering to get the wheels is Tommy Bond, who appeared in 27 films over 8 years. Starting at age 4, he became best known later in the series when he became known as Butch. After leaving Our Gang, Bond appeared in 19 films, but he may be best remembered for playing Jimmy Olsen in 2 Columbia Superman serials of 1948 and 1950. Bond lives in Fresno, California, and works at a local television station. Scott Hastings Beckett, known as Scotty, made his Our Gang debut in High Neighbor. Beckett would appear in 15 films over 2 years and later 2 more films when the gang moved to MGM. But in High Neighbor, the 4-year-old Scotty and young Spanky were having trouble finding a place to sit.
Hey, give me that. I need it. Hey, you kids, get over there. Hey, good idea.
When Hal Roach first saw Scotty Beckett, he reminded him of the former child star sensation Jackie Coogan. So, after signing Beckett to a contract, Roach dressed the young actor in a similar fashion to Coogan's. After Beckett left the gang, he appeared in over 60 films. In the beginning, it looked like he was headed in the same direction as Jackie Cooper and Dickie Moore, as he began to appear in important films like the 1935 release Dante's Inferno and the 1939 Love Affair.
Hey, get me down from her, will you? Gee. Gosh, I got up there and I couldn't get back.
Can you do that?
Sure.
Good. You're quite a fellow.
Hey, you must be quite a guy yourself.
Yes? Why?
Well, everybody on the ship's talking about you.
No. What do they say about me?
Well, I don't know on the kind of every time they start talking about you, they make me leave the room.
Is it so?
In 1942, Beckett had a featured role in King's Row. More films followed, including Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. In 1948, Beckett's career seemed to be in full gear as he co-starred with Elizabeth Taylor in A Date with Judy.
We're strictly on the corny side, corny side, corny side. We're strictly on the corny side, and the folks like us that way.
But 1948 brought its first glimpse of personal trouble when Beckett was arrested for drunk driving. By the time Beckett appeared in the 1950 release The Happy Years, Beckett's life was becoming anything but happy. In 1954, Beckett began appearing in the children's television series Rocky Jones, Space Ranger.
Think we got through, Rocky?
I doubt it, Winky. If Cleolanta heard our message, there'd be some reply. A warning to stay clear because she didn't believe us. Or demand that we prove our information.
So?
Rockets on, Winky. We'll attempt a landing.
Off-screen, Beckett was having difficulties, including 2 marriages and scuffles with the police involving bad checks and hidden weapons. The next 10 years saw Beckett in and out of trouble. In 1968, at the age of 38, Scotty Beckett died, 2 days after checking into a Los Angeles hospital. Although he appeared to have been physically beaten, drugs and a note were also found. The coroner made no final determination as to the cause of his death. Beckett's life turned out to be a wild and turbulent ride, But way back in 1934, the only worries a 4-year-old Scotty had to worry about was the ride he was going to have on that homemade fire engine.
What's the matter? You afraid of a little hill? What hill? Why don't you come ahead? Haven't you got any brakes? Sure we got brakes. Show 'em, Stymie. See? Them brakes? What is brakes? All right, I'll beat you at the bottom of the hill. Okay. Come on, fellas. Hey, I thought you guys had to speed. Hey! You're getting too close. Bring your brakes. I ain't got no brakes. Hey, you're getting too close.
In the 1934 release, Shrimps for a Day, the gang are residents of the Happy Home Orphanage. The skinflints who run the home are announcing that the home's kindly benefactors will be giving a party. One of the gang members listening is Billy Buckwheat Thomas, one of our gang's most memorable characters. William Thomas Jr. was born in 1931. He appeared in 93 films over a 10-year period. Following in Farina's footsteps, Buckwheat signed on with Roach for $40 per week. Over the years, because of imposters, there's been confusion regarding how many actors played the role of Buckwheat. The records indicate that Stymie Beard's sister Carlina played the part in one film, and Willie Mae Walton Taylor, seen here, played the part 3 times. Billy Thomas played the role all other times. After leaving the series, Thomas appeared in a few films, but by 1945 had dropped out of the movies. After serving in the Army during the Korean War, he became a film lab technician. Thomas loved operating a ham radio and participated in many Our Gang reunions. Remarkably, even though many imposters have been cashing in on his name, Thomas was never bitter. He said in 1980, "I've got a good-looking son who's never given me 1 minute of trouble. I've got good friends, a nice house, and I drive a Cadillac. I think I've been a lucky person." Thomas died later that year of a heart attack. He was 49 years old. Back in Shrimps for a Day, Buckwheat, along with his fellow gang members, are enjoying the party and the food given to them by the generous Mr. Wade. But some strange things are about to happen.
Stand up for your rights at all times, son.
Boys are so silly.
Who did it?
You know, Dick, I certainly envy these children.
Now you go get that.
Oh, there's another one gone astray.
Hey, lady, we sure found something.
Well, you better run along. You'll miss out on the ice cream. Gee, this is interesting. I wonder what it is.
It looks like a lamp.
Why, it must be 1,000,000 years old.
There's something written on it. What does it say?
Whosoever rubs this lamp will have a wish granted.
What nonsense.
Well, maybe so. But if it were possible, you know what I'd wish, Dick?
What?
I'd wish that we were kids again.
What happened? Oh, Dick, you look so funny. You don't look so hot yourself. Look at my dress. Ice cream, ice cream. I make it, you take it. Hey, hey. Hey, sister. Yes.
did they go? There you are. Come here to me.
Don't you touch us. Don't you harm us.
Come here to me. Come here to me. Now I got you. Oh, hey, let go of my feet. You come here to me, both of you. If I get a hold of you, you'll... Ow! Come here. Put down. Put down that hammer, Spanky. Oh, goodness.
Oh, Lamp, if he ever did anything to it now.
But I tell you, officer, she must be here somewhere. Here's her address. She can't have gone.
Mr. Wade! Mr. Wade!
What is the meaning of this? Where's Mary?
What's going on in here?
Daddy! Daddy, it's me. Don't you know me, Mary?
What's the meaning of this? I thought you said we'd find Mary here.
That's Mary. Ah,
listen, child, I've no time to bother with you.
Mr. Wade, you've got to listen.
Yes, Dick and I have found out plenty.
Mr. Crutch is a crook, and he runs this place like a jail.
And you must have him fired.
What in the world is this all about?
And who are you?
You'll find out. I wish I was big again.
Mary!
Now do you know who I am?
Say, may I have a lamp a minute?
Help yourself.
How did you two ever get into this place?
Well, we were at the party,
And we found a lamp.
and we made a wish.
I wish Mr. Crutch was my size.
Now, Spanky, be reasonable. Now, Spanky, here, you fella. Will you behave yourself? Spanky, I'm old enough to be your grandfather.
Friends, women, and countrymen,
lend me your ears.
The 1935 release Beginner's Luck was a story centered around Spanky. In the film, his mother has entered him in an amateur contest where he will recite the famous Friends, Romans, and Countrymen speech from Julius Caesar.
all actors are sissies. Yeah. Sure, you don't want to be no actor, do you? Of course not, but I'll be reciting the rest of my life if I win that prize tonight.
Actually, Spanky really doesn't want to win because he thinks all actors are sissies. Backstage at the contest, Spanky runs into another act known as Tom and Jerry, the Arizona Nightingales, played by Carl Alfalfa Schweitzer and his brother Harold.
He's not ready.
Besides, my son is too much of an artist to open the show.
Oh, he's too much of an artist to open the show.
Yeah. Why don't you put all the sheep herders? Then fighting word, partner. Look, cowboys from the mountain. Huh, from the drugstore.
Oh, come now, son. Don't do those things.
All right, boys, follow me. Ladies and gentlemen, the first number on our amateur weekly program will be Tom and Jerry, the Nevada Nightingales.
Arizona.
The Arizona Nightingales. Oh!
This appearance marked the first of 61 films Alfalfa would do with Our Gang over a 6-year period. Illinois-born Schweitzer and his brother were visiting relatives in California when they decided to audition for Hal Roach. But they could not gain entrance into the studio. Just outside the studio was the Our Gang Cafe, which was open to the public and where many members of the studio ate. So one day at lunchtime, the duo showed up and began singing. Roach quickly wrote them into Beginner's Luck. Alfalfa became an immediate hit. Here he is with the gang talking to Italian dictator Benito Mussolini's son, who was visiting the Roach studios.
Mussolini, glad to meet you. And when I come out to where you live, may I make some pictures? Will you make some pictures of me?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Schweitzer also gained a reputation as a troublemaker. One former gang member reported that on one occasion, after getting mad at a cameraman, Schweitzer wadded gum into the camera, forcing shooting to shut down for the day. On another occasion, after an argument with the director, he reportedly climbed onto the studio catwalk and urinated on the lights, again shutting down production until the smoke and smell had cleared. But life would also have some strange and cruel tricks for this rambunctious farm boy from Paris, Illinois. After leaving Our Gang, Schweitzer appeared in 50 films, including the 1941 I Love You Again and Regular Fellers, which was based on a comic strip. But its obvious similarities to Our Gang cannot be missed.
Laboratory, huh? Trying to steal our inventions, huh? I'll learn you.
What's it all about, Pinhead?
I caught him spying on our laboratory, that's all. I wasn't spying either. I was just looking. He's lying, Jimmy. Don't let him get away with it.
All right, Pinhead. Relax. Well, just what were you doing in Bumps?
I just wanted to come over and ask you if I could join the regular fellas. I
bet he heard we was having ice cream. Buy it, Pinhead.
What makes you think you could join? Lots of things. I can invent things, and I can sing, too.
What do you say, Jimmy? Should we give him a chance?
Okay. Bum, we'll try you out. Sort of a probation. I'll tell you all the rules later. Pinhead, you show him around. Him?
In 1942, Schweitzer appeared with Bob Hope in My Favorite Blonde, and in 1943, Alfalfa and Spanky were reunited for the last time on film in Johnny Doughboy. In 1944, he appeared in Going My Way and co-starred in The Great Mike.
Hey, Corky, how did you get down here? Jimmy told you to stay up there and watch Mike.
That's not Corky. That's my dog, Mickey, Corky's brother.
Gee willikers, they look so much alike I can't tell them apart.
You're getting dumber every day, Speck.
Schweitzer made a brief but memorable appearance in the 1946 classic It's a Wonderful Life.
This is Mary. Well, I'll be seeing you. Well. Now, to get back to my story, see? Hey, this is my dance.
Oh, why don't you stop annoying people?
Well, I'm sorry. Hey!
What's the matter, Othello? Jealous? Did you know there's a swimming pool under this floor? And did you know that button behind you causes this floor to open up? And did you further know that George Bailey is dancing right over that crack? And I've got the key.
In 1946, Schweitzer also began appearing in a series called The Gas House Kids, which combined elements of Our Gang and the Dead End Kids. The first film in the series teamed Schweitzer with former Dead Ender Billy Hallop.
The Gas House Kids aren't going to let their returning hero down. They're stooping to everything it takes, even to playing farmhand.
Hey, which one of these things gives chocolate milk?
Another film in the series, The Gas House Kids in Hollywood, reunited Our Gang members Alfalfa and Tommy Bond.
Boy, I can't wait to get to Hollywood. Don't worry, we'll get there. Hollywood or bust. How do you like that, a flat tire? Hollywood or bust. You and open your big mouth. All right, you guys.
When acting jobs became scarce, Schweitzer would work as a fishing and hunting guide in Northern California. From his childhood, Schweitzer loved the outdoor life. Two of his clients were Henry Fonda and Roy Rogers. In the early 50s, Schweitzer appeared in two John Wayne films, The High and the Mighty and Island in the Sky. In 1956, Schweitzer's friendship with Roy Rogers paid off when he landed various roles on Rogers' TV show.
Don't take any more of those trick pictures.
Well, I won't, Mr. Rogers. I learned my lesson the hard way.
You know, trying to be what we're not sometimes gets us into a lot of trouble.
Well, goodbye. And that there goes for you, too, Pat.
Well, I was only trying to help.
Well, now, look here, Pat. I've had just about all I can take from you in the yokel game. And I'm telling you right now that... Well, now listen, Pat, I've fought the Opal gang, and I've fought them, and I've fought 'em.
Although he wanted to continue acting, his Our Gang Alfalfa character continued to haunt him. In 1958, Schweitzer was shot and wounded by an unknown assailant. Just over 1 year later, Schweitzer got into an argument with his former business partner over a hunting dog. According to the official account, Schweitzer threatened his ex-partner with a hunting knife, and the man shot and killed Schweitzer. The shooting was ruled as justifiable homicide, and Alfalfa was dead at the age of 31. Carl Schweitzer had paid the ultimate price for the fame Our Gang had given him. Although acknowledged as an accomplished actor, he could never really shake the memorable Alfalfa character he had created. In fact, it was reported when he would audition for acting roles, some producers would say, "Hey, sing off key for us." When 1936 began, Our Gang had established itself as one of the most durable of all Hollywood series. Over the series' lifetime, the studio was quick to take advantage of many licensing and commercial tie-ins, including stilts, breakfast cereals, baseball uniforms, Bell and Howell movie cameras, coloring books, and sheet music. Hal Roach also used personal appearance tours extensively. In this case, however, it's not quite clear who exactly was going to appear. Another regular feature of the Our Gang series were films showcasing the musical talents of the gang, along with selected ringers brought in just for each film. In the Our Gang Follies of 1936, a takeoff of Broadway Melody of 1936, budding impresario Spanky entices patrons to buy a ticket for the big show.
Step up, kids, if you want to know about welcome and their show. Singing, dancing, like a Jew. It's only a penny, it won't break you.
Feeling he may be losing the crowd, he brings out his secret weapon.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, she'll be coming around the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Well, that did the trick, and the patrons rush in for an exciting afternoon of theater. Buckwheat assists as the Bryan sisters sing, "How You Gonna Keep 'Em Down on the Farm?"
How you gonna keep me down on the farm after they've seen Paris? How you gonna keep I'll never say never again, 'cause you really in love again.
This film also marks the Our Gang debut of Darla Hood, who had just signed a 6-year contract with Roach and was hurriedly brought from New York to Hollywood to appear in the movie. Darla Jean Hood was born in 1931 and appeared in 50 Our Gang films over a period of 6 years. In 1936, she appeared with Charlie Chase in Neighborhood House. She appeared on stage in Ken Murray's Blackouts, breaking box office records at the El Capitan Theater. During the 50s, she became active in voiceover work, while appearing on various television shows like Groucho Marx and Jack Benny. Of Darla's 6 non-Our Gang films, the last was the 1959 release, The Bat.
Hysterical women. Well, I'm about to become one. I had it for one night. Dale, you're not going out in that hall. I want to know what's happening up there. But Lieutenant Anderson said if we stayed behind our locked doors, we'd be safe. Vic isn't safe locked up in that jail. Oh, suppose that stolen money is in this house. Mark Fleming seemed to think it was. Maybe that's what somebody's looking for. Oh, Dale, please don't go up there. I've got to. Think what it could mean to Vic. Now, you stay here. Oh, no. If you go, I go.
Darla Hood died in 1979 of complications from hepatitis. She was just 47 years old. Ironically, just before her death, she was used as the voice of Miss Crabtree in an animated Little Rascals Christmas special. Darla Hood's innocent yet romantic charm awakened many a boy's earliest feelings of puppy love, including her co-stars Alfalfa and Spanky. She was easily the most glamorous of all the Our Gang members.
Well, how do you like my club? Not so much. Why, Alfalfa! Donna, of all people. My, you look pretty. Oh, thank you. Will you people excuse me? I've got to go start the show. Oh, go right ahead. Thanks. Gee, you look rich. Diamonds and everything. Oh, yes, indeed. I say you'll make hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Also appearing in The Follies of 36 in just his second Our Gang film was Eugene Gordon Lee, also known as Porky.
Didn't I tell you to watch him? One man can't watch him.
Lee had made his Our Gang debut at the tender age of 2 in Little Sinner, playing Spanky's younger brother. All in all, Eugene Lee would appear in 42 films over 4 years. Lee grew quickly and was forced to leave the series due to his size, especially when he became as tall as Spanky. After being dropped from the series, his family moved to Texas and Porky's film career came to an end. Lee maintained a lifelong friendship with his boyhood co-star Buckwheat Thomas. He also had to put up with his share of imposters like Don Marlowe, who claimed to be Porky. Eugene Lee makes frequent appearances at various Our Gang events. Lee once remarked, "The more of these get-togethers I go to, the more I understand what these comedies meant to people."
Oh, my gosh.
The 1936 release Board of Education is a landmark Our Gang film. Directed by Gordon Douglas, it was the first of the new, single-reel, shorter, 10-minute films, and it won Our Gang's only Academy Award for Best Short of 1938. The film also introduced a new school teacher for the gang, Miss Lawrence, played by Rosina Lawrence. 1937 marked the 15th anniversary of Our Gang, and members past and present gathered on the Roach lot.
Organized by Hal Roach 15 years ago, it's still going strong. Mary Cornman and Darla Hood, 4-year-old heroine. The original Fat Boy, Joe Cobb, and Porky Lee, his double. Johnny Downs and Spanky McFarland. Hello, Spanky. How's my pal?
I'm Farina, and he's Buckwheat.
You said it.
Jackie Condon and Alfalfa Switzer, the latest crooner. Sing, baby, sing.
We will kill the old red rooster. We will kill the old red rooster. We will kill the old red rooster when she comes.
Good. A gathering of the original Our Gang as they look today and as they looked in the good old days. They say you're as old as you feel. I feel terrible. Carry on, kids. The gang's all here.
With so many Our Gangers on the lot, Roach changed the title of the current film in production from Our Gang Follies of 1937 to Reunion in Rhythm, and added the former gang members to the opening sequence of the film.
And while the children are getting into their costumes, I think it would be appropriate to hear a few words from your former class president, Mr. Mickey Daniels.
Well, when I first came to the school, I was nothing but a bashful, freckle-faced boy. Look at me now.
The Our Gang Follies of 1938 is the last two-reeler Roach would ever make. It's also one of the most ambitious and expensive of all the Hal Roach-produced Our Gang films. Once again, Spanky is putting on a show, and the headline act is Alfalfa, king of the crooners. But Alfalfa has some loftier ideas.
I'm the barber of Seville. I'm the barber of Seville. Say, what's he trying to do? I don't know. Close the curtains, quick, Dickie. I'm the barber. You kids go out and do your harmonica act, quick. Say, why'd you close the curtains on my face? Because you're trying to be a barber when it's supposed to be the king of crooners.
Director Gordon Douglas, seen here on the set of The Follies of 1938, had a higher budget to work with because of MGM's additional funding in return for a share of the box office. And very soon, MGM would play an even larger role in the future of Our Gang. Later in 1938, Hal Roach announced he had sold the whole Our Gang unit to MGM. By the summer, the gang began showing up for work at MGM. In all, MGM would produce 52 Our Gang films from 1938 through 1944 without Hal Roach's participation.
And an extra special greeting from Our Gang.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, dear people. Happy New Year to you.
The 1940 release, Waldo's Last Stand, follows a, by now, classic Our Gang type storyline. Waldo's lemonade stand is in trouble. Waldo was played by Darwood Smith. He appeared in 21 films over 4 years. He also appeared in the 1939 classic Gone with the Wind and the 1943 release Best Foot Forward. In later years, Smith became a minister and a pastor of a Seventh-day Adventist church in California. Back at the lemonade stand, guess what? Spanky has an original idea on how to increase Waldo's business.
What that lemonade needs is a floor show. That's a swell idea.
It's after 2 o'clock. Where's all those kids you said would be here?
Here comes our first customer. I'll wait on him myself. Good afternoon. Welcome to Waldo's Lemon Gardens. Here's a seat right in front. The show will start in just a minute. Do you want to buy some of our delicious ice-cold lemonade while you're waiting? Well, we don't want to rush you. Maybe you'll want some after our first big number. Start the show. Gosh, that customer sure is tough.
Hey, just a minute, Mickey. That lemonade is for the customers.
What customers? The ones that are coming. I'm sorry, but those crackers are sloppy and they made me thirsty. They made you thirsty? You guys get ready for the singing waiters act.
Mickey Gubitosi was born in 1933 and appeared in 40 Our Gang films over 5 years. Blake's more than 70 feature film career began with the 1940 release, I Love You Again. In 1942, he changed his professional name to Bobby Blake, and he also began appearing in other films like the Red Ryder series, where he played Little Beaver.
I'll fix up with some fried chicken. You know what to do, little beaver.
You having trouble, little beaver?
I'm trying to get away. Me catching my tail feathers.
Other films include the 1947 release, The Return of Rin Tin Tin, followed by the 1948 Treasure of Sierra Madre. For a time, Blake dropped out of show business and got involved with alcohol and drugs. But he returned to acting in the late 50s and returned as Robert Blake. He was seen on TV shows and in films like the 1959 release Pork Chop Hill. In 1967, he turned in a chilling performance in Truman Capote's In Cold Blood. More strong roles followed in films like Electric Glide in Blue. From 1975 to 1978, Blake starred in the hit TV series Beretta.
Beretta, I'm the heat.
Tony Beretta is moving uptown.
The wheels of justice, they work a little bit slow, but they work.
But he's still the baddest cop on the block.
I didn't come here to take no jive from you or nobody else.
And everybody knows it.
It sound good to you, Hotshot? Because it sure sounds good to me.
Yeah, fine.
Robert Blake is Tony Beretta.
Now, I'm telling you, I'll get the job done.
Blake continues to be an outspoken and highly respected actor. Back in 1940, little Mickey Gubitosi has to come up with another idea to get their customer thirsty.
He still don't want any lemonade. I guess he ain't thirsty yet. Put this on him. That'll make him thirsty. Yeah, that ought to get him. Here, plug it in. Okay, Alfalfa, start the big 5 Dally number. I've been a long, 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 long time looking for a girl like you. Every single word you say, every action that I see, seems to tell me you're the only boy for me. And if you ever make your mind up that a boy
The silent and non-thirsty customer was played by William Robert Laughlin. He appeared in 29 films over a 4-year period, but he will be forever known as Froggy when moviegoers heard him speak for the first time in this film. After Our Gang, Laughlin expressed little interest in acting and returned to school. Tragically, Froggy was killed in a traffic accident at the young age of 16. But his unforgettable voice made Froggy a fan favorite and the last memorable Our Gang edition.
Why don't you want to buy some of our lemonade?
I don't have no money. And besides, it's too hot in here.
The early 40s saw the departure of 3 of Our Gang's most important members. First to leave was Alfalfa, whose last film was the 1940 release Kitty Cure. Next to leave was Darla. Her last film was the 1941 release Wedding Worries. And Spanky's last Our Gang film was the 1942 release Unexpected Riches. The last Our Gang film, Tale of a Dog, was released in 1944. The senior Our Gang member on screen was Billy Buckwheat Thomas. Our Gang made a reappearance of sorts during the late 1940s. Hal Roach licensed many of the pre-MGM shorts to Airco for non-theatrical use under the title of Kids and Pets. Non-theatrical referred to 16mm home use and for rentals at various institutions, including schools and libraries. Part of Roach's sale of Our Gang to MGM prevented him from producing new Our Gang comedies. But in 1946, he hoped to create a new generation of kids' movies featuring a clone of Our Gang. The first film was called Curly and starred Larry Olson in the title role. Olson had obvious similarities to Spanky McFarlane and Jackie Cooper. Supporting Olson was what Roach hoped would be the Our Gang of the future. Also appearing in the film as Dis and Dat were Eugene Holland and Stymie Beard's brother, Rene. The second feature Roach produced with his new gang was Who Killed Doc Robin? Both films were box office failures. In 1950, another non-theatrical distribution deal was made with Official Films. These films were released under the title Famous Kids Comedies. Also in 1950, Monogram Studios licensed the Hal Roach Our Gang films for theatrical distribution, and the name of the series was finally changed to The Little Rascals. The films were popular in theaters and proved very lucrative to Monogram, who had later changed its corporate name to Allied Artists. By the mid-1950s, it was television that would introduce Our Gang to millions of new fans. The first television film package using the title The Little Rascals was distributed by Interstate TV, a division of Allied Artists. The short films were tailor-made for TV. Local stations all over the country created kid shows featuring the films. With The Little Rascals' success, other distributors jumped into the television market, adding to the general confusion with film packages like The Mischief Makers, which only featured silent Our Gang films, and Those Lovable Scallywags, which actually contained films from different series, including Our Gang and Mickey McGuire. Also in the 1950s, Columbia Pictures tried their hand at an Our Gang-style film. Even the talents of veteran Three Stooges director Jules White and Stooges screen foil Emil Sitka, the film, Kids Will Be Kids, was a total disaster. Capitalizing on the Rascals' new TV popularity, Allied Artists released the 1959 feature The Little Rascals Varieties, which was made up entirely of elements from various Our Gang musicals of the 1930s.
I tell you not to recite. And I tell you I want to be the actor. I give up.
By now, MGM had also begun distributing their 51 Our Gang films to television. Then in the 1960s, the British tried to copy the Our Gang success with The Magnificent Six and a Half.
He's in trouble. I would help him, but I can't swim. Come on, boy, come on! Sorry.
Of course, like all the other attempts to copy Our Gang, including Hal Roach's, it also failed. By the mid-60s, King World became the new distributor of the Little Rascals to television. Later, the Rascals' tremendous resurgence of popularity helped establish King World as a major force in television syndication and production. By the late 70s and early 80s, midnight movie showings of the Little Rascals Festival, featuring uncut episodes of Our Gang films, not seen since their theatrical release, gained a cult status as new generations of fans once again flocked to movie theaters to enjoy the gang's antics. In 1984, Hal Roach received a Special Academy Award, and he was honored again during the 1992 Oscar ceremonies. Roach died at the age of 100 on November 2nd, 1992. So, what was Roach's secret formula? What special tricks keep each new generation laughing and loving his gang? The answer may be right in front of us, right in the title, Our Gang. What Hal Roach captured is us in our most innocent and most hopeful years. As kids, the world began brand new each day. Without adults, we found our own way. We solved our own problems. But most of all, we had fun. All those incredible Our Gang members managed to capture the essence of our youth on film over and over again. From the 1920s to the 1940s, each new generation of Our Gang helped us remember the timeless joys of our own childhood.
Hope you like